morning and welcome to today's presentation. Today's presentation is going to be concerning our social concern, which is actually school shootings. Thank you for attending. First, I'd like to begin with understanding the magnitude of the problem. School shootings are a little more common than we'd like them to be. In fact, since 1999's Columbine shooting, 193 primary schools and secondary schools have been affected. Taking that into consideration, that does mean that there's 187,000 students that have been affected by school shootings. Here in America alone, one child is left bleeding or dead every hour. Keeping this in mind, this does mean that knowing that this is such a big number, it can hit home, and that's why it's important for us to take action here at the school. I do have a video for you. I hope you enjoy it.
Got some news today from the radio man. He spoke the word somber and as softly as he can. The world stood still and the sky opened up. I made my way fill up my coffee cup. Then it occurred to me as the daylight sky shone blue. Today's the day that Johnny met June. He waited a while, he knew that he was gonna hang around here for as long as he could. The days went by, and hours had passed. He was never sure just how long he would last. But there's not much love in a lonely room. Today's the day that Johnny met June.
Have a good summer. You too. Thanks.
Hey, Mr. Ford.
No way.
This is the guy that I was running through the library.
So you like to write on desks?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Gun violence is preventable when you know the signs. That's a very important message that we're actually going to share today. Now, what I would like to ask you is that while you were watching that movie, did you guys have any fears, any anxieties, any insecurities, knowing that at any moment that could have been us here at this school, or it could have been any one of our students? Did you guys get those feelings? I'm seeing a lot of head nodding. That you loved feeling insecure. Now, in any of those, in any of the feelings that you went through in this video, were you thinking about your job or your job duties, anything that you had to do? Again, I'm seeing a lot of head nods. No. The reason that I ask you that is because it's the same for our students. Our students are not able to focus. Education is no longer their priority. Instead, their safety and their survival is, and that's why we need to enroll an intervention program around campus so that there's safety awareness constantly. As a direct result of school shootings, students can actually get anxiety disorders, stress disorders, mood disorders. They can actually, some students turn to substance abuse. Relationship stresses can cause a lot of stress that will again distract from their education, and of course even some have led to suicide. Knowing that this can be so severe, we do need to create and participate and play a role in a program that will prevent this or provide an intervention for it. Right now we are going to be rolling out a new intervention, and part of that is actually going to be the wall. There's going to be a wall located by the administration building, which is actually by one of the larger halls where most of our students do pass by. There's two things I'd like you to know. The wall is, it's resourceful. It does have community and counseling resources for here on campus, but more importantly, for anybody that feels that you have a student that might be a threat to themselves or any other students on campus, there's going to be a referral box. You guys have binders right now on your desk. Inside of there, you'll have a copy of the referral. This is for students, administrators, anybody who feels that there's a student on campus that may be a threat. You're more than welcome to submit a referral. They will be submitted directly to counselors, and should counselors feel the need, administrators will be involved, and we will talk to the student. We will intervene. Now, if we don't know what we're looking for, we can't provide a referral. So let me provide some characteristics that shooters do have in common. The first one is emotional pain and confusion. Most of our students, you'll find, tend to be pleasant. Should you find anybody that seems to have emotional pain and confusion, that will be a big sign. The other characteristic is going to be aggressive hatred towards self and others. If you noticed in the video, there was actually a very kind girl who went to ask the gentleman if she could take a seat, and instead he responds by flipping her off. This type of aggression is a big sign. And then of course, when we talk about this, in every case, every time a shooter has shot at on campus, other students admit that they actually knew of the plan because they leaked it. So we need to understand that we need to say something. As soon as they hear something, do not take it as a joke. Do not take it lightly. You need to inform somebody else, and that will be the purpose of the referral box. You can do it anonymously, and we can just talk to the student, and find out some more, ask some more questions, find out what's really going on, and it might prevent something as serious as a school shooting. Next, the last part of it is that we find that the shooters are actually shooting as a direct result of some type of vigilante motivation. Our students, they might feel that they were done wrong by another student. They let their aggression build up, and it comes out through a school shooting. These are the 4 characteristics that most shooters have in common. If you guys ever view any, it's important to submit those referrals to our counselors. Now, in order to intervene and create an intervention program for this type of crisis, we do have what's going to be called Let's Talk. There is in your folders, everybody's provided a binder on their table. You will find a 3-page, 1-year agenda that includes different activities surrounding any and all of the different like anxiety or mood disorders. They're all intended to cater to it so that it will not ultimately lead up to what could be a school shooting. They are going to be weekly meetings, and each month there will be some kind of a calm creativity activity, such as painting, drawing, making things, whatever it might be. And then we're also, once a month, we're going to have community guest speakers. Once a month, we're going to go over interventions, which might include like family therapy, group peer therapy. And specifically, every month we will have a peer group-led therapy so that there's a lot of socializing. Each of these activities will be revolved around developmentally appropriate topics and interventions. Of course, staff and student involvement is important, so everybody is more than welcome to attend. More importantly, we will have at each of these meetings, at least one counselor will be present during each meeting. Now, one of the concrete activities or one of the activities that we did have is actually on your table. Each table is equipped with a calm creativity bag, and it actually has 3 main ingredients. This is actually to create your own stress slime. This is actually an example, and this is intended just to show you what kind of activities and simple that we will do and use for our students to create a calm environment, and then of course to have open discussions. But again, you guys are more than welcome to have those and take them home. Just remember that these activities are created to allow students to socialize. They provide some form of a sensory support, and then of course we're always using calming techniques during all of these meetings. Our counselors have been well trained. I'd actually like to thank you for attending today's school shooting training. Of course, if you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask me. I would like to let you know that everybody has been provided a binder today, and in that binder you will find several things. The first is going to be the yearly agenda for the school training program. That is going to be 3 pages long. And of course, you're also going to find the school shooter crisis plan for our school. And if we don't know what we're looking for, we're not going to be able to help our students. So attached, you'll find the characteristics of a shooter. You'll find contacts for campus resources, and of course those referrals for the referral box. And last but not least, you guys are going to be provided some flyers for your classroom or your office. I do hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you for attending.